Snoop. Game was on our show.
Wasn't.
And Game said that Jay-Z did not want him on Super Bowl. Where are you standing with that?
I don't know. That's information that I don't have. Remember, I was a guest of Dr. Dre, so I wasn't privy to the information on who was, who wasn't. All I know is that they gave me issues with me performing. So I would imagine, you know, there is some truth to it, but I don't know. I'm not.
But did you see what Game said?
I seen it entirely, and that's his opinion. He got his view. That's my little homie. That's my nephew. We all a family. We all up under the Dre tree. So whenever there's a misunderstanding,
You all under what?
The Dre tree. No doubt.
Wow.
There's no doubt. So.
You could have said that.
I don't know why I'm under the Dre tree too.
And that's a beautiful thing to be up under the tree. So sometimes we quarrel. We have misunderstandings. And it's up to us as a family to get our understanding amongst us. So a lot of times when we air out, it's probably because we haven't been able to communicate with our family. So we let them know that we want to get in touch with you. And that's the way that we air it out.
Because it was two things. I didn't see Scott Storch and I didn't see Game. And that's the two things that I would be like, you know what? This would be great.
Let me tell you what you didn't see that you ain't saying nothing about. You didn't hear G-Thing. You didn't hear shit from Death Row. What about that era? That didn't mean nothing?
Right. That meant something.
Okay then, so what about that? So you got to look at Dr. Dre's mind state. Whatever he was on, he was on. That was his show. They asked him to perform. So whoever he wanted to bring to the party, he had the right to. And when he said, I don't want to do this song, this song, or this song, we couldn't contest that because they didn't ask us to come. I would have loved to do G-Thing, Gin and Juice, What's My Name, Drop It Like It's Hot, anything out of my catalog. I didn't get to do one Snoop Dogg song. I did everything to support Dr. Dre.
Make some noise for that.
Any NWA stuff either.
Now, Snoop, let me be clear. So I hit the homie, the big homie Jay-Z, right? And I told him to come pull up on me. And he pulled up on me. And this is exactly, I swear to God, my nephew, where my nephew at? He right here to the left. I said to my nephew, I said, yo, listen, I have to ask him this straight up. So I said, yo, why? Who is the people that's on NFL? And he said to me, and I'm sorry for anybody who don't understand. And he said, the white guy called for 50 Cent.
I made that call.
So I said, who's the white guy?
50.
I'm digging this Jimmy Iovine. And he said, no. Eminem called directly.
Yeah, M.I. Corleone, man. Get that shit right.
He said,
that's his guy.
Get that shit correct. Don't neglect it. Disrespect.
But that's his guy.
Now, that's
and guess who's Dre's guy?
Your guy.
Let's
make some No, but Snoop, you the most famous rapper in the history of history.
That's a fact.
I beg to differ.
No.
Who would you say is the most famous in your mind?
Mickey Mouse.
Rapper?
No, I'm fucking with you.
No, Snoop, you the most favorite. But by the way, let me just be clear. Thank you. Let me just be clear, Snoop. 1,000,000%, we expected you to be there. We didn't expect Mary. We didn't expect Kendrick. We expected Dre and Snoop. So what happens at this rehearsal?
I didn't think nothing about no fucking game.
Well, it's put together before the rehearsal. It's actually conversation before we even get to the rehearsal.
50 reunite.
You know, game plan, what it should look like, what it sound like, what we should do. You know, songs, looks, etc., the whole get out. Because Dr. Dre is a perfectionist.
Snoop got his motherfucking nail tips painted, man. Hold up. Or is that just... Hold the fuck up. I'm not saying shit. I'm not saying shit. I'm not saying that shit. I got his motherfucking nails painted. Just noticed that shit. See that shit? It's like a fucking orange. See with that or like my shit from the weed. I mean, but his shit's like orange. His shit looks like fresh paint. That's crazy.
So first of all, he had to fall in love with the project first. And once he falls in love with it, then he's got to figure out how he can creatively fuck everybody up like they never been fucked up before. You know, because niggas been wanting to battle him in the verses and do all this type of shit. But he like,
niggas can't battle.
I need to show you niggas that y'all can't fuck with me.
Yes.
And there's only one way to show you niggas, the Super Bowl, the biggest stage in the world. Give me a moment.
I'm sorry, let's run that back.
I beg to differ.
You the most favorite. But by the way, let me just be clear. Thank you. 1,000,000%, we expected you to be there. We didn't expect Mary. We didn't expect Kendrick. We expected Dre and Snoop. So what happens at this rehearsal?
Well, it's put together before the rehearsal. It's actually a conversation before we even get to the rehearsal. You know,
you gotta do pre-production. This is what I'm telling people about the podcast. They think they can just jump on and freestyle. That's what I'm telling people about the podcast. If you want to be on the podcast, like, you think you're just gonna come to the studio, I'm gonna waste some studio time on us just freestyling some shit, like just talking on some regular shit, like we didn't no pre-production, nothing. Nah, not on my time. You know, you learn as you grow. What happened? It's a couple interviews I had up there that never dropped. Splash Muller John. That video never dropped. I dropped the audio. I got Vinny Raw John from a couple weeks ago that ain't dropped, but you know, that should be on the way soon. But we ain't do no pre-production for that neither. You know what I mean? Even on my solo joint sometimes, like I don't do no pre-production, and you could tell if pre-production is done on the show or not. It's just like you could just tell. You could tell pre-production was done here. You know, Snoop was ready for these questions. You know what I mean? It wasn't no pause and like, yo, I said that. Hold on, let me think about this shit. Yo, cuz, you heard me? Nah, he's right on it. Like, he knows what's about to be said. And that light just went on out of nowhere. I don't know what the hell Cool J just happened, but I'm about to be out. Let's see what you got to say.
So, first of all, he had to fall in love with the project first. And once he falls in love with it, then he's got to figure out how he can creatively fuck everybody up like they never been fucked up before. You know, because niggas been wanting to battle him in the verses and do all this type of shit. But he like,
niggas can't battle.
I need to show you niggas that y'all can't fuck with me.
Yes.
And there's only one way to show you niggas, the Super Bowl, the biggest stage in the world. Give me a moment. I mean, but what people don't understand is he didn't do nothing from the Ruthless catalog, the Death Row catalog, nothing from Snoop Dogg's catalog. He only had 12 minutes.
Yeah, that's short.
See, what people going into all this, nigga, look at what could you do in 12 fucking minutes? Where you gonna satisfy everybody?
He did a crazy ass mixtape.
But I'm saying, but where are you gonna satisfy everybody in 12 minutes when your catalog is fucking 3 years long?
That's true.
You gonna miss a beat? You gonna miss? Where was Ice Cube?
Fuck.
Hello.
Yeah,
Well, that's the ace in the hole.
Get too loud?
No, you didn't, because that's the ace in the hole.
If Ice Cube wasn't good, you can't say nothing about no fucking game.
At the same time,
I'm sorry, Snoop, you got me hyped.
Chuck, you know I fucks with you, Chuck.
Dre's mind state. Now, when the NFL call us individually to do a show, then we can do what we want to do after we put in the work that Dre put in to be on the level to get that position. So we can't, you know, knock it. We got to say, you know what, we applaud it because maybe that'll open the door for me or someone else who continues the journey that Dre put down in hip-hop for 30 fucking years. 3 decades of fucking hit records.
Show off, man.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
I mean, fuck all that. We can't be honest. We want to stay there for a minute.
Stay there for a minute.
3 decades 80s, 90s, 2000, 2010s, and just dropped on the GTA game. Talk to me. I talk back.
I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, that's 5 decades?
Yes,
I
5
think
decades.
it was a little bit more than
Because of
3.
recess. I can't count.
Hey, public collar, public. Yes, 5.
The GTA game. Talk to me. 80s, 90s, 2000. For a minute.
Stay there for a minute.
3 decades. 80s, 90s, 2000, 2010s, and just dropped on the GTA game. Talk to me. I talk back.
Talk to me. I talk back.
Oh, that's 5 decades?
Yes, 5
Sorry, I
decades.
can't count. I switched school because of recess. I can't count.
Hey, public collar, motherfucker. Public collar. Yo, Snoop, I'm gonna be honest, Snoop. So, I hit the big homie, and I say, yo, come through and come see me. And then Jay-Z comes see me. He actually comes see me. He comes. Yes, thank you. Is this the cold ones? Okay. He actually comes see me, Snoop. And I asked him. I said, yo, I just had the homie game on. And I need to know, from me to you, was game excluded?
Right, was he blackballed? Because that's all we want to know. Because if he was blackballed, then fuck that. If he wasn't blackballed, then we, gang gonna have a conversation with Dre and them and get some understanding so we can keep our brotherhood.
Do you know what the big homie told me?
What?
That nigga said, I can't tell Dre nothing.
What can you tell Dre?
You just said what I said. It's a Dre thing. Like, he's got a lot of friends and a lot of people that he put on.
Yes.
And I don't think it was about nothing but whatever the space he was in mentally. Remember, he just went through a divorce.
And
the aneurysm with his head. So nobody's paying attention to none of the shit that the man going through. Like, we all go through shit individually. But when we in a highlighted moment to show our successful stories, we have to take advantage of that moment. But we still could be going through some shit. Right. And as a family, it's our job to, do what we do to support each other. So my job is to be the mediator.
Right.
I don't take any sides. I just love everybody the same, and I empathize and sympathize with both because I understand how both feel. I understand how Game feel.
Yeah. I
understand how Dre feel.
How about Scott Storch?
Well, how does he feel?
Because Scott felt like he should have been the guy on the piano. No? I'm asking you.
Are you serious?
I'm asking you.
Are you fucking serious?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest with you. When I see that, I was like, damn, I felt like Scott should have been doing that.
You probably 1% of America.
Okay, all right.
And Scott is a bad